Recently, we signed up for a 10 minutes trial class for Heguru. If you doesn't know what Heguru is, it is a right brain training which is supposed to unleash the potential for your child. So in this video, I'm going to share what their right brain training is all about. So if you are interested, you have ever thought of sending your kids to Heguru or Shinchida or Genius League or any right brain training, this video might be helpful. I've done multiple research. I've checked out the rest of the right brain training classes. I also went for trial class for Genius League, which is a full trial class for more than 1 hour. And I'll do that in another video to say what they are like. For this video, I'm going to share what the Heguru class is like. And I based that on the 10-minute trial that I went. So the 10-minute trial class is a shorter version of the actually 50 minutes class. So they have this session every week for 6 months to 3 years old. So Jade just turned 3 years old, which is already kind of late for this session. But we went for the trial anyway since it is free, and I want to further my research on what this right brain training is all about. After the teacher warned that this class will be very fast-paced and the sound will be quite loud and that the child might be frightened, to warn us, and then so we not okay, we understand, and she began immediately. And that full 10 minutes, we are shocked. It was like jaw-dropping kind of shocked. The speed that she conducts the lesson is very fast. The way she freshes the fresh card, wow, it's the best ever. And she has another assistant to help with changing the set of cards, because they will do one topic, like 10 plus cards, then they'll change to another one quickly. CNA has a video on what their class is like, and I'm going to just show you. It is the same as what I see during the trial, so just take a while to watch this.
By talking so fast, the teachers managed to cram in 3 items in under a minute.
So seriously, I was the same as that guy, you know. I was like him, eyes wide, jaw drop, like when I see how fast they do that fresh cuts. And they explained that why they did that in that way. The theory is that baby brain can learn at this high speed. Especially when they are young, as young as 6 months old, they can absorb at that kind of speed. So it doesn't matter what topic that they are freshing on the fresh cuts. During my 10 minutes trial, they are actually freshing periodic tables, which I don't know a lot of those elements. But the thing is that they say that it's to build their vocab and to help them later on in their life. That will be like maybe like 15 years later. But what they are doing is they are preparing for life, and they want to fully unleash their potential. So they also have these brochures. So I'm going to just show you what it says inside, get a better idea. So they say they are like backed by scientific research. Here they say something like what Splot brain theory developed by this renowned neurobiologist. I went to go and Google this Splot brain theory. Turns out it's a typo. It means it is supposed to be split brain theory. But actually in the modern theory, right, we don't really say that our brain is so much left and right. We do have a left brain and right brain, but actually they work very closely together. That's the modern theory. Anyway, this brochure is by the branch in Orchid Country Club, which is in Yishun. I then realized, right, that actually Heguru, right, they are like a franchise model. So this is the one by Orchid Country Club, and maybe there's another one called hegurumethod.com.sg. Then yeah, I see Heguru Education Center. So there are many. The point is that they seems to be run by a franchise model. So it depends on branch. Some of them they run a couple of branch in Harbourfront and Choa. Probably this one, the Orchid Country Club one, the website is the worst of all. And then the brochure's got that typo, which that makes me feel very good. But that aside, Here's what I think about Heguru. Their scientific claim is merely borrowing a theory, but they cannot prove that their method helps. Even if they do learn, if the kids do learn those words and enlarge their vocabulary, I have to say that flashing those cards for hundreds of lessons will have some kind of effect on them. They must learn at least something, must remember some words. Plus, you also must remember that parents also need to flash these cards at home. So that means they should learn something eventually. If they have data that all students will have higher photographic memory after going to attending their course, then well, that will be something. But I don't think they will be able to give that. You usually will hear a lot of good things about this kind of courses, and then you have to beware of one thing called the survivorship bias, which is a bias where you only hear about success. It's like entrepreneurship, you only hear about those 1% of the company that become successful. The 99% fail, you seldom hear about it. The Heguru school, they only talk about the genius that they produce. But are they really the one that produced the genius, or that person was inborn to be genius? And then parents also talk about success, and then they will not talk about the failure. Because right, if I'm a parent, I will waste my money, I waste so much time on Heguru, and then my child, right, is totally not genius. I don't even want to talk about it. Plus, I'm going to tell you that Heguru, their marketing is very aggressive. So I Google, I tried to find reviews, and I stumbled upon a few influencers' reviews. And after I read, right, and then I read about them, I read about their profiles, I can see that most of these are not totally honest. It must be paid. Plus, right, another thing is that there's a lot of celebrity testimonial. I don't know why, but one of this branch, I think they have a lot of celebrity to endorse. Again, I think most likely is paid, sponsored in some sense. So it makes things very hard to find real reviews. Even if you do go to forums, right, like what Kiasu Parents, I realized that a lot of posts seems to be fake also. In short, it's very hard to find honest review. It sounds like that I don't think you should go to Heguru, but you also have to remember that what matters most is how you use the time. So if you didn't attend Heguru, if that 50 minutes becomes iPad time, then it is terrible. Then attending a class, having that commitment is better, because that 50 minutes will be spent bonding between the parent and child. Is a much better and meaningful activity. I hope my video gives an honest perspective from a real parent who also wants the best for my kid. For now, I think right brain training is too expensive, and I don't think it's worth the money and the effort. So I would be sending Jade to Heguru. In the next video, I'm also going to talk about Genius League, which I ran for a full lesson trial for both Jade and also Kate, who's 7 years old. I hope I'll do it in the next video.